Hi guys. On this channel I will tell horror stories that are fun to hear, so support this channel so that I am excited to present horror story content for all of you by subscribing, like, comment and share, and activate the bell button so you don't miss the latest horror stories from me. Thank you. The cold air and the sound of hikers passing by wake us up. Vera seems to be so excited, whereas before she was silent during the journey. After finishing showering and getting ready, we prayed, then started the hike at 7:40. At the entrance to Mount Lawu it was still early in the morning when I saw a guardian, a supernatural figure with a burnt face, reddened eyes on the left and full black on the right, long hair, sharp teeth and bloodstains all over his body. I thought it was like he was welcoming us with his height exceeding 5 people. I ignored it, not wanting to tell my friend about the supernatural. I continued my journey and enjoyed the fresh air. But my friend wanted to hurry to post one. Go. I'm going to post one first, said Bilal, who wanted to get to post one quickly. Same here, go, replied Ingil. With a frown on my face, I replied. Whatever. I kept grumbling to myself, how selfish of them. It shouldn't be like this. But Vera let it go, because she had been here last year and knew the roads of Mount Lawu by heart, so it was okay, she said. Vera and I headed to post one. For some reason, Vera was behaving strangely, sometimes talking a lot and then shutting up in fear. What's wrong, Ver? Sometimes you're quiet, sometimes you talk a lot. I asked her during a break with her. Vera shook her head. No, you can't, can you? She asked with her eyebrows up. It's not like that, don't be quiet on the mountain. It's not good. I replied. Don't teach me, I've been climbing mountains with you for a long time, he replied smugly. Don't say that. I suddenly told him to be quiet because I saw someone watching behind the trees. The red-eyed figure was so bright. Vera lowered her head like she was scared. I suspected that she knew someone was peeping even though I didn't tell her. I elbowed him on the shoulder. What's wrong, Ver? I asked. Hey, no. These shoelaces aren't tight enough, he replied, bowing his head as he tied his shoelaces. I knew she was lying. I read her mind and aura. But I played dumb in front of her and continued on my way. If it's okay, let's continue. I'm tired at this rate. I stood up and held out my hand for her. Keep me close, go. Vera held my hand. During the trip, Vera held my hand intimately like someone on a date. She always walked with her head down as if she sensed a figure beginning to appear behind the trees. I chose to keep quiet and didn't want to tell her, afraid that she would get more worried and anxious. A little further to post one, but drinking water is in short supply. Before post one there is a drinking water source. Sendang Penguripan, there is a supernatural figure wearing a blanket and Javanese traditional clothes. This supernatural being is good. He told us to be careful, because one of us was being targeted. Hearing that, I immediately thanked him and had to be extra careful to look after my friends. Finally, around 9:30 a.m. we reached post 1. Bilal and Ingil had arrived first and even had coffee at the stall. Just as Vera and I arrived, they wanted to continue. We were such strangers. I was so annoyed at their selfishness. Just arrived. I want to continue. How could you? You just came and left, I said in annoyance. We'll be together at post 2, just for a while, go. Bilal replied while sipping his coffee. You take care of Vera first, she knows the way to post 2, right, Ver? I'll race whoever gets there the fastest. It'll only take a minute, said Ingil. Vera nodded her head yes. Hey, you take it easy, I go. I'm really afraid of getting lost, Vera replied. It's not like that, what, her? I was worried about both of them, but I didn't want to tell them what was going to happen. "What's up, Go?" Bilal asked. "Whatever," I replied. "All right, go ahead." Bilal and Ingil left for post 2. I was still annoyed with their selfishness. "What's wrong with you, Ver, allowing them to go first?" I sulked like a child. "Chem, no, I go. I don't want to rush things, just relax, I know the way." "That's not it, they have no solidarity at all and don't see women." "Yes, don't worry, they said we'll be together at post 2, and you'll take care of me." "I feel safe with Igo," Vera replied as she got ready to continue her journey. "Continue?" he asked. "We continue our journey. The journey to post 2 is long and scary. I'm exhausted and feel like taking a break." We both decided to rest while telling stories. There were sounds of footsteps and human voices. I wait, maybe a hiker will pass by. After about 20 minutes of waiting, no one passed by. It was quiet and still, but I could clearly hear an animal howling in the background. *GRR. Asterisk. What is it? Vera was startled, looking left and right. "That's the sound of a tiger. Come on, hurry up, it's dangerous that there are still real tigers here," I said. I saw with my mind's eye back there was a 5-meter tall invisible tiger. I started to feel bad. The journey was spooky. We were both shrouded in a fog that wasn't too thick. Vera always felt someone was following us, when in fact, we were being followed. Many times Genduruwo approached Vera, but I held him back with al-Hikmah. On the way, Vera had to pee. I was asked to accompany her more closely because she was so scared. I obeyed him. I looked left and right. Looking down at my feet, there was hair that was so long. "Is this hair?" "It's really long." I took it and pulled it. It was too long. Out of curiosity, I followed where this hair ran out and moved a little away from Vera. It turned out that this hair led to a tall tree. I had a bad feeling. Out of curiosity, I tried to look up. What did I dream about last night?" I muttered. Red Kuntilanak smiled at me, staring down, looked at me and giggled. I was afraid that this was a trap. Without paying attention, I immediately accelerated my steps back to Vera. "Igo, where are you going?" I feel like crying. It turned out that Vera was looking for me, because she thought I had run away. "I'm sorry, Igo also had to relieve himself." I lied. "If you want to poop, tell me. I'm really scared, you know," said Vera, holding my hand. "Don't talk scared, you're talking so carelessly," I scolded. Because the more Vera was afraid, the more people came. "What's wrong?" she asked. "Yes, you can't. Let's walk again," I replied casually. We continued our journey because we were about to reach Watu Gudeg Post 2. But before getting to Watu Gudeg Post 2, we passed the big rock Watu Jago. Many say that Watu Jago is a sacred boulder. In front of me I saw a demon as tall as the Lantoro tree. He stared at me intently with pitch-black eyes and a pale white face as if he was blocking us from coming here. But I was desperate. Vera here felt an overwhelming fear as if she saw that figure. But none of us dared to open our mouths to tell the story, and dissolved in their own feelings of anxiety. She immediately hugged me while walking. "Why you, Ver?" I asked. "Cold and scared, Igo," she replied with a hug. I couldn't help but pass by the supernatural creature. "I'm speaking from the heart. Excuse me, we just want to visit here, let the two of us pass." He ignored my words. I was forced to pass by while making dicker. Vera looked so scared. I continued to pass by and avoid the supernatural creatures with prayers and dhikr. Eventually we made it through, although there were still a lot of strange noises, such as birds and humans that are so loud, and also the sound of people's feet walking on tree branches, even though I did not find climbers heading to Post 2 during the trip. Vera and I kept walking, while Bilal and Ingil might have reached Post 2. We stepped on the path and rocks little by little. When we arrived at 12 noon at Post 2, there were only 3 climbers who were preparing to continue their journey. Bilal and Ingil were waiting. I admonished them that no one should go first tomorrow because Vera was cold. We take a break for about 30 minutes and then continue walking again. The incline is getting steeper. Vera. He was exhausted because he was not physically strong enough. The hike to Post 3 is not so scary but is shrouded in thick fog. I looked after them all and didn't tell them what happened. The afternoon came. We arrived at Watu Jid Post 3. We decided to spend the night here until the next morning to continue climbing again. Out of pity, Vera was getting weaker and weaker. It was getting dark and the sound of crickets began to be heard. Maghrib arrived and I tented with Vera. At 8 p.m., the mobile phone alarm woke us all up. Bilal and Ingil immediately got ready to cook. I noticed that there were so many people around us. I had a bad feeling that, why I don't want to talk to all the creatures here. The food is cooked, it's time for us to eat while telling stories. I'm still surprised by Vera, who has been silent and reluctant to talk. Ver, why are you so scared? Did you see something? I asked in a whisper. Again, he just shook his head and said nothing. Bilal and Ingil, who heard what I said, immediately said something random. See the devil he is, go, said Ingil. I'm afraid of the devil, haha. They continued at the same time. Don't talk so stupid. I immediately reprimanded them. You're still scared, aren't you, Indigo? They laughed again. While they were laughing, someone suddenly joined in from nowhere. Hihihi was clearly heard and we all heard it. There's someone laughing, you guys. Vera, who had been silent, now looked annoyed and went straight into the tent. Bloody hell, you too, I said. Later, if you're scared, ask for help from the cave. That's it, go to sleep, continue tomorrow. Watch out, don't go to the cave or you'll be followed. I said irritably. Yes, yes. Sorry. I looked sideways at the rocks, and there was a red-faced woman wearing a black dress. I immediately apologized for my friend's behavior earlier that might have disturbed her. I'm sorry, my friend, I'll take responsibility. We all want to rest first. We're tired. I went to the tent to rest. Inside the tent, Vera was upset with them. I'm sorry, go. I was silent because I was scared, because I saw a black shadow that followed me from the beginning of our journey. Vera finally wanted to tell the story in a whisper. Don't be too scared, they'll be brave. I'll take care of you, Ver. I'm actually PM Singh, Vera joked. No wonder so many people were following him. I immediately told him to sleep in the tent. I endured the cold outside to look after my friend. As the night wore on, more and more of them wandered around. Demons began to arrive. The atmosphere was getting tense. At 11 p.m. I chose Jikiran, rolled out my mat, and sat cross-legged. I asked Allah to save me on this hike. Right in front of me, there was a snake demon, snake-bodied and human-headed with one horn on its forehead. He tried to disturb me, but I continued to focus on dhikr for my wish. Not long after he left, the atmosphere became so crowded. It feels like I'm being trapped by many demons here. Bilal and Ingil tried to poke me 3 times on the shoulder, but I did not stop reciting the Ayat Kursi 111 times. They understood and waited until I finished. When it was over, they seemed to be frightened by the sound of quiet laughter in their tent and the smell of jasmine perfume. Bilal also dreamt of being taken to another world. So don't challenge them. This is their home, I admonished. All right, everyone just go inside the tent, Vera. If you're scared, I continued. Vera woke up and was uncomfortable. Why are all the boys here? Go, asked Vera with a sullen face. Interrupted. What an ass, I replied. Thank goodness, chirped Vera. Forgive us, go, said Bilal. Take it easy, we'd better get some sleep. I'm near Vera. I left the tent for a few minutes to put up an invisible fence. After I finished, I went back inside the tent. At 2:30 in the morning, I woke up because I felt bad because it was like there was a big energy that scared me. Where are you going? Asked Bilal as I was about to open the tent. Apparently he woke up because of me. Shish. I'm going out. Let's get you to sleep, I whispered. I came out feeling a huge energy that wanted to come here. This energy gave me goosebumps. I'm doomed, I muttered to myself. It's getting closer and closer, and one by one the elders are appearing. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share, and activate the bell button so you don't miss the next creepy story. Thank you.